Sorry, can you say it again? Okay. So the escrow account usually is with a bank that is approved by the Dubai Land Department. The project, the developer itself, the project, both they get registered with Dubai Land Department. And once the project is finalized, with the consultant and the designs are done, the contractor is selected, everything gets submitted to Dubai Land Department for approval, and then they would open the escrow account. Everything is managed through Dubai Land Department, who is a government body that governs all the real estate transactions, tenancies, anything to do with real estate is under them. So yeah.
Thank you, Dunia. Grazie, Dario. Qualche altra domanda? Renata.
Yes, the tax benefit is for
Forse in Italia.
sì,
Avete le cuffiette per la traduzione tutti?
Do you have
Sì.
for translation?
No,
maybe?
please.
Ok. Ci sono due tasse, tassazioni flat tax, ok? Una è per i cosiddetti milionari, ok? So rich people, trasferiscono la residenza in Italia e per i successivi 10 anni hanno una flat tax di 100.000 euro al capofamiglia e 25.000 euro per ogni componente della famiglia, per tutti i redditi prodotti all'estero. Se aprono un'attività in Italia, pagano su quell'attività come se fossero cittadini italiani, ovviamente la tassazione italiana, esattamente. Mentre l'altra tassazione, il 7% per i pensionati, retired people, okay, è per le regioni del sud Italia, Sardegna, Calabria, Campania, Puglia e Sicily, dove praticamente se acquisti una casa, un immobile in una città con fino a 20.000 abitanti, quindi praticamente ovunque, diciamo nella maggior parte del sud, e trasferisci ovviamente la residenza, in questo caso la tua pensione che arriva o altri redditi che arrivano dall'estero, hai una tassazione flat del 7%.
Ok. Stand up, Dunia. Please.
Okay, so like I said initially, there are two types of buyers in Dubai. There is resident, someone who lives in UAE, and there are non-resident. They both qualify for mortgage. The residents will, if you become a resident in Dubai, you have to wait at least 6 months if you're an employee, or if you're self-employed, then 2 years. So this is a mistake a lot of foreigners do, when especially now that we had a lot of people move into Dubai, they come in, they want to get their residency, and they want to buy property with mortgage. No, you can't, because you have to wait 6 months if you're an employee, or 2 years if you're self-employed. So my advice would be that before you decide to become a resident in Dubai, if you wish to buy with a mortgage, then you apply for a mortgage. As non-resident, you can approach any bank, or you can talk to me. We have very highly recommended mortgage brokers that will take your file and then recommend which bank works for you. As non-resident, you qualify to up to 60% of the value of the property. So they would look at your statement. If you are, again, salaried person back home in Italy or any other country, they just need a bank account from your, bank statement from your bank, and they would qualify you or disqualify. Then you get a pre-approval. They say, okay, you qualify for this much. Now, then we go and search for the property that matches. It has to be a ready property. You cannot mortgage a property that is under construction. So you cannot go approach a developer that's building a project and say, I'm going to buy with a mortgage. No. It has to be a ready property that the bank can send evaluators to and get a valuation. Once you qualify, you get the pre-approval, we select the property, then it goes into evaluation, and then it goes into final approval. That's it. We'll close the deal. You pay the 40% plus some fees, and then the 60% gets paid by the bank, and you continue your installment with the bank. You can rent the property, receive the income. The income does not go to the bank, it goes to you, and you will pay the installments to the bank every month. Just, huh? No, your bank, you should have 40% and you should have 6 months statement. So you have to have, if you have a job, then you have to have regular income every month that shows, okay, you are receiving this much every month. So they have, the minimum is 6 months. Of course, you can supply higher, but minimum is 6 months.
Samuel.
Yes. Okay, that's a good question.
Average price for an
For a property in Dubai.
Okay.
Yes. So we all talk about Dubai as being luxurious, and you know, and yes, the average, if you look at the transactions per year and you do an average transaction price, it comes to almost $650,000. However, you're able to buy, and there are developments, very new, has all the facilities, a pool, a gym, basketball court, gardens, everything, for as little as $150,000 studios. And there was a study that was made, I think, for the last couple of years of how much $1 million, how many square meter can $1 million buy for you in Dubai and many other, like, you know, Paris. And for Dubai, we had 155 square meter for $1 million. It's quite big, yeah.
Qualche altra domanda? Jason. Jason and then Lars.
So my question to Julia is, how quickly can I exit a property that is off plan?
Good question. Thank you, Jason. So before, we used to have a lot of speculation in Dubai. A lot of people buy today and sell tomorrow, literally. This is pre-recession, before the recession happened. Now, to regulate the market and to control the inflation as well and the prices going up and becoming unaffordable, some developers, and always look at your sales and purchase agreement or speak to the developer before, because you need to know your exit strategy, is some developers will have a clause in the contract saying that you cannot sell before you have paid a 40%, or a 30, or a 20, depends. Every developer can choose their own terms and conditions. Just for you, for your clients, you need to know in case your clients wants to just pay 40% and exit. So sometimes you will not be allowed to sell until you have fulfilled the payment that is required, the minimum payment required.
Thank you. Lars.
I know many Germans who want to buy second home properties, let's say in Italy and Spain or Portugal. And the questions they have is always when they also use it by themselves and they rent it also over the vacation time, what is the average cost per month to take care of the property? Someone has to take care of it.
So, yeah. So depends where, because depends if they buy, exactly, if they buy an apartment, if they buy a villa. So that's because it's if it's a villa, even about this depends where. Okay. So really, it's. You know, if you have basically a gardener that manage all the villa and everything, could be 1,000 per month, something like that. Yes, but maybe a villa for 100 square meters with garden and everything is normal. If you have a flat in some condominium and some condo, you know that there are some annual costs normally. Okay. But it's very difficult because, you know, Italy is long, a long country, and depends south and north. Because I can tell you that you can buy here. We have an agent where in that area you can buy for 48,000 euro a flat, and for the same price in the north, even a garage, a box you cannot buy. So, you know, I understand that it's very difficult to make this calculation. But I know perfectly that Germans, normally, they want to know every point about cost per month. Always was, and normally when and it's correct question, because normally they ask, okay, how much it costs, full included, with taxes, with notary, with agency. They don't care about the price of the property, but the full price, exactly.
So in Dubai, every property when you buy it, you have to pay service charge, annual service charge. And that is purely decided by the developer. Of course, there is an index for it, there is a guideline. But I'll tell you, for a normal property, and every property in Dubai, again, has great facilities. There is 24/7 security, there are common areas that are managed by the building. There is pool and gym and state-of-the-art squash courts and everything you can think of. Especially after COVID, they have started making the communities and the towers very, very elaborate because just again, you know, another lockdown, people will have better lifestyle within their community. So an average residential tower would be, and usually apartments are more than villas because apartments, you know, like I said, there are a lot of costs involved in the tower, but villa communities, there isn't much, only the roads and the one security guy who's watching like 400 villas. So for apartments, you have between $6 to $8 or euros per square feet. Yes, so if your apartment is 1,000 square feet, there'll be 6,000 euros a year, which gets paid quarterly depending on how the developer invoices you. Okay? If it's branded, if it comes under, like, let's say it's Ritz-Carlton or the Address or some brand, you know, like not normal residential, then it can go as high as $15 or euros per square foot. Again, that will have your concierge, all the, you know, the chic stuff that you get with the hotel brand or big brand. For the villas, it's very cheaper, much cheaper. It's literally $1 per square foot for the land that you are in. The rest is your responsibility, your landscaping and everything is entirely up to you.
Guglielmi.
Yeah, in Portugal, similar. We have also some condominiums that manage things around not so expensive, a little bit more cheap. Can be around 500, 600 per month. We can manage, but also depend on the property. We have also different kinds. You know, we have a lot of people who invest in a condo property that you can rent, have an income, and sometimes we offer income net that the developer take care of about all the costs. We have a lot of things like that you receive 4%, 5% net of the condominium, of the cost, everything. So it's a lot of people look for this kind of investment. Then the normal build, the normal villa, depend on the location, depend on the service that you have. Can be 400, 500, 1,000, depend on the place, you know, that you have.
Qualche altra domanda? Any other question? Ok, ci prendiamo 10 minuti di break, 10 minutes of break e torniamo qui per l'ultimo panel e la chiusura. Grazie. Grazie Denis, grazie Dunia, grazie Guglielmi.